Oh, yeah! Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1613 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, December 20th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, we've got a condom shortage in Zimbabwe with Wes.
Yeah, they need some condoms because what they're doing to, substitute condoms is
what you guys is doing is not right.
It's something.
Is this just a big ruse by all the guys in Zimbabwe being like, "Oh, we're out of condoms. Sorry."
Could be.
Just keep burning down condom factories.
Yeah.
Could be. You'll find out.
Intriguing.
Bold move, African country trying to bury condoms.
Yeah.
You think they'd ship them over? They just drop them out of the sky over there.
That's right, because the AIDS.
Yeah.
I've got some big news out of New Jersey on deck. Couple of huge
Drones
news. It involves the drones. It involves the jets. So
okay.
J-E.
T-S, Jets.
Jets.
That's
Real quick,
that's their chant.
real quick on the Jets. Did anyone watch the new 30 for 30? Did you guys see it yet or no? Mark Gastineau.
No.
Oh, when he meets Brett Favre.
You might have seen the clip online where he goes to
the clip,
the show and tells Brett Favre he wants his sack back because Brett Favre famously kind of laid it down for Michael Strahan to get the single season sack record.
The guy who has CTE that confronted Brett Favre
And
Definitely.
cried.
So you don't know how big of a piece of shit Mark Gastineau is until you watch this documentary. That was all I knew is the Gastineau girls, and then he played for the Jets. He's a real piece of shit. But he said that during training camp they shit on his sandwich.
Because he's such an asshole?
No, just that was the rookie hazing. He's like, someone just took a shit in my sandwich.
But do you then have to eat it, or do you just throw it away?
No, he ate it. He ate it.
He ate the shit?
He ate the shit sandwich. I think he even pantomimes eating it in the show. Anyway, it's a different world back then in the 70s.
You think you'd smell it?
I don't know if all
take a bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did it to everybody, but Gastineau was the only one who ate it,
Right.
Everybody else
did he eat
tossed
it?
it in the trash.
There's got to be a guy on the team who shits on command, right? He's like, it's lunchtime.
They're all
That's his
shitting
favorite
on
time
it.
of the year.
Yeah.
Get Hawkins over here.
Yeah. All right. We've got lady news with Mark.
Got a couple ladies for you. Yeah. One you guys all know, and then one is a new lady that shout out to the big girls. We love you.
Love the big girls on this show.
Yeah.
Love you. Represent you. Shout out.
And then I'm bringing up the rear because a U.S. citizen was just pled guilty to running a Chinese police station in the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Gonna have to dive into that because I don't know what that means.
It's exactly what Pat said. But yep.
But how? Yeah, it's just a lot of questions. But we'll get to it.
Yep.
They got him. Yeah. Let's do it. Wes, you gonna tell us about the condom shortage?
Let's do it. Guys, Zimbabwe has a problem. They probably have a lot of problems. I'm not sure, but one of them is probably a genocide, starvation, poaching, racism, disease, normal run-of-the-mill problems over there in Africa. But for one particular group of people over in Zimbabwe, this newest problem is the biggest of them all. And that group of people are whores, sex workers, prostitutes, whores.
Prosties?
Yeah. Now, I imagine that whores like Zimbabwe also face a multitude of problems. But what is one tool, guys, that no whore should leave home without? It's not their gun, by the way.
Her butthole.
That's a good guess.
Wallet, keys, butthole. Okay, let's go.
Lube.
Lube.
Lubricant.
Close, Will. It's condoms.
Is it condoms, Wes?
It's condoms. Thank you.
Condoms.
You guys knew that.
Oh,
One of
it's
you could have
condoms.
guessed
Is it
yeah.
condoms like we talked about earlier?
Yeah, one of
Right.
you could have given me a little.
No, honey, don't go out there. Don't go out there thinking that they're gonna bring their own condoms because they're not gonna bring their own condoms. Okay, trick of the trade.
Condoms are an essential tool in the whoring industry. They prevent all kinds of diseases. And as Pat once said in this clip I'm going to show you from one of our Who Do You Know Here videos, they prevent the worst STD of them all, pregnancy. What did Mark write that line? I can't remember.
I don't know, but I remember it well. I was the creep. I'm the creep next to him. And
Yeah, you are. Here it is.
Pregnancy is the worst STD of them all.
I'll let it keep going a little bit.
Who are you? It's me, Chip Dangerous.
As Marcus Chip
Oh.
Dangerous.
What seems to be the problem there, buddy?
Man, I was about to check the temperature of this chick downstairs with my manometer, but she wanted me to put a sack on my Johnson rod.
Condoms? Not so bad.
Yeah, maybe if you're an African, but this is America. No one has AIDS.
There you go. Fitting.
That's
Fitting
true.
for the
Yeah.
story we're doing.
the
Right?
premise of that is I'm the owner of a dissolving condom brand. So you put on the
Yes.
condom, but as soon as it enters the vagina, it dissolves and you're barebacking it.
Dangerous.
But she
That's
doesn't
right.
know.
That's right.
we went to some guy for animations a lot
Yeah.
to like sell our sketches, to do like animations of condoms dissolving or like tampons vibrating in vaginas. He loved getting phone calls from us. That
I got the full video. I can maybe find the animation of the dissolving condom. Wait, here it is. Yeah, hang on, I got it.
Okay.
Just look at those juices discreetly remove all of your discomfort, leaving you with the traditional raw dog sensation.
The traditional feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, little PFT
It's a great
cameo.
ad. Great pitch.
Yeah, great.
We're just old school. We're traditional guys.
That's right. But I digress. Whores and condoms go together like whores and cock, right? Without either, the whore simply won't survive. It's a symbiotic relationship. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
But while in Zimbabwe, there's plenty of cock to keep whores.
What does
going.
a condom get out of it? That's
Well, they just go
It gets
together.
bought. No. It
Yeah.
gets bought. The condom companies make money, and they stay alive much
Right.
longer.
Just doing its job, Pat.
Yeah.
condom companies and whores can't go. That's the symbiotic relationship. Condoms specifically get a raw deal.
And whores and cock.
yeah.
Well, they're
Well,
just
not
rubber. I mean, they're not
Technically not a raw
inanimate,
deal, but
you know. So
they get the
Anyway.
deal.
not a raw deal. It's not a raw deal. Right?
Yeah.
They get a dick put in them, and then they get worked over the coals.
Yeah.
They do get
Tough
left over the
gig.
coals. It is a real
Condom
tough
suck.
gig. It is. Anyway, there's plenty of cock in Zimbabwe to keep whores going. There aren't enough condoms, though. So what's a girl to do? What is a girl to do? Well, according to the very reliable
Doritos
article
bag.
from Town Flex, close, Mark. Well, you're getting. First of all, look at these condoms from the article. Look at some of these condoms. I mean, look at the one on the far left. It's like a paper condom. It looks like fucking weird.
That's
The
not
one.
work.
It is very strange.
So those are the condoms they
Ooh,
normally
I've got a spooky ghost. It looks like it.
They look. There's only one that looks. There are two that kind of look like the condoms we have over here.
I've
otherwise-
learned a lot about dicks because I've never seen dicks that would fit those condoms.
What's up with the flat top on the one condom?
I-
flat top.
It's a flat.
Yeah.
It's from the 80s.
That's the hammerhead condom.
Yeah. I have no idea what's going on with these
What's
condoms.
up with the condom on the far right that just puts a
So
finger
long
on
and
it,
thin.
like a finger on the end of your dick?
Yeah.
There's some that are extremely girth friendly, and there's one on the far right that's a real long, thin one.
They got them all over there. I couldn't believe it.
I'd love to see the dick that goes in there. Old syringe dick over here.
Very weird.
That's
Like a test tube. Anyway, those are the normal kind of condoms they have over there. But there's a shortage due to a combination of delayed restocking by health facilities, hoarding by some sex workers, and alleged mismanagement of supplies of healthcare workers. So these whores are hoarding the condoms, just like Elaine did the
and they got a
day
deal.
special.
It sounds like some of them got a deal with the healthcare workers too. If they're
Yeah.
saying mismanagement, so it's like
Yeah.
some whores have the treasure hoard of condoms.
Yes.
And they're the queens right now.
I gotta ask Willie, who's gone over to do AIDS relief work in Africa.
Yeah.
You must have just had a truckload of condoms over there, right? Like it was just condoms.
Well, I mean,
condoms.
they certainly give them out. Yeah, I mean, they're giving them out everywhere. We were doing more like the medical side, so it wasn't. But there are condoms where I was at, the clinics I was at. Yeah, they're available.
Yeah, I was pictured Africa as like a big college health center,
Right.
with just a
a lot of
in the
those
center
AIDS
of
clinics.
town.
Yeah, it's similar to that kind of vibe,
Yeah.
except third world, and most people are like dying, which is sad. But yeah. If you,
I would expect to find condoms on the streets over there, just like pennies. Anyway, as a result,
Don't pick that condom up; it's face down.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is
It's bad luck.
Well, that's one of the skinny ones. So as a result, sex workers are being forced to improvise what they use. And Precious Musindo, she's the founder of Springs of Life Zimbabwe, which is a sex worker-led organization, explained the situation. She said, currently we are facing a challenge accessing condoms. Supplies are limited, so as sex workers, we are opting to use, drum roll please, newborn baby socks.
oh
Oh no.
That's
So
what
I
they
put
do.
it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
newborn baby socks. Now,
poor choice. Yeah,
they aren't
Yeah.
using baby socks like you might expect. Pat, I know you're envisioning a big African penis with a baby sock on it right
I've
now.
put one on my dick before,
That's-
before I had kids. But yeah,
Yeah,
Right,
but
but
it probably
that's
just goes over the head almost. Like I mean,
no, that's not how they're using them. Which I thought too. They were just
you put the
rolling-
heel over the balls.
covered up my whole package.
Nope. You guys are way
you
off.
can. It's stretchy. It's stretchy. I get
You guys
but
are
what I'm
thinking
saying
about
is,
the
like,
wrong organ here.
Oh, they're using the socks.
They're using the
These are
whole
the socks.
facing outwards.
stuffing the sock in them.
They're using the socks as like a deterrent. Like there'll be little feet in these. If
They're using the socks like a sponge.
Yeah, but I feel like that you still get skin to skin contact if you put it in the woman. With
Yeah,
with the
of
penis.
course. Well, this is an
That
idiotic
defeats the
idea,
purpose.
Mark.
Yeah.
So they're only maybe stopping pregnancy, probably not, but
Probably
definitely
not.
not stopping any STD.
they're like
Yeah.
little vagina beavers, damming
Right.
up their
Yeah.
tubes.
They're damming them up with these little sockies
Yep. Bad plan. Yeah.
for their little vaginas.
That's not comfortable for anyone.
It's also probably ineffective, right? I mean, you
Right.
think
Yeah.
sperm can
Well, it
make
gets
not
worse.
stop.
So as she
What's the thread count on that baby sock?
I'm
baby?
gonna
I
shove
gotta
that sock so far in you.
know. Gotta know before.
How
I
many
do it.
socks?
My boys are rated way better
is
than
that a 3-month?
They're gonna have like several socks inside of them.
I need a 6-month for this vagina, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got the grippies on it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So what they do is, as Precious describes, you fold them, insert them, and they prevent fluids and sperm from reaching the cervix. So again, basically they're stuffing these baby socks and they create kind of a baby sock barrier between
So,
the
like Will said,
cervix.
only pregnancies, no STD prevention.
Probably I would say.
I'm not a doctor, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. So the sperm
Sperm to
goes
the
into the
cervix
sock.
is what she said. She didn't say anything else.
Yeah. Right. And then the baby sock soaks it up, and then you just get a new baby sock and on to the next John. Oh, wait, no, you don't get a new baby sock. What they're really doing is they're washing these baby
Oh
socks,
no.
and then they're reusing
not
the
enough.
baby socks.
Not
Yeah.
enough to
Oh
go-
god, that makes
I
me
mean,
want
if
to
you're
throw up.
lucky, they're washing them. Otherwise,
Yeah. And that is creating even more diseases because they're just
So,
you're docking
not
with it,
washing
dude.
them properly.
There's got to be some like okay, out of all the Western nations, we have to have an oversupply of condoms.
Can we send them some condoms?
That's what I'm
Just send them
saying.
condoms.
Yeah.
You know, there's like that thing you could do. You could do like micro investments in third world countries to help them out. Like you
Yeah.
invest like $50. Can we do that with condoms?
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm sure we
this
can.
is a noble cause. We should set up figure out how to get people to donate condoms to Zimbabwe. This is top
Yeah.
of the list.
Quote, once the baby socks become damp, they are washed and reused, further increasing the potential for infection. And
Oh.
in areas like Komboni Yatsva and Epworth, some sex workers are collecting discarded baby socks from mothers to use in their work. So they're just going around asking moms who may, I don't know how many
Is
babies.
there not a single condom factory in all of Zimbabwe? What is going on with this place?
I have no
Dude,
idea.
You know how
And-
pissed you got to be if you're a dude and you come home and you look at the clothesline and there's like a rack of baby socks just drying out there. You know your girl wasn't up to nothing when you were at work.
Working.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
It's a lot of baby socks, sweetheart. Yeah.
This is terrible.
So now, Zimbabwe is denying that there's a nationwide condom shortage, but if you ask the whores, they'll tell you the truth, and it's that they're stuffing these baby socks in
They
their
call him
vaginas.
Precious a liar.
Yeah. They're trying to downplay it. Like, look, we're not that bad. We have condoms.
Wes, it's funny you mentioned that at the top of the thing. I Googled Zimbabwe problems because I figured it might be helpful later.
Yeah.
And in the 2023 reports here says, World Report says, number one problem is lack of accountability for abuses. And I'd say that this falls right under there. You know,
You're abusing those
I mean,
baby
get some
socks.
condoms.
Yeah.
Get some condoms.
So, international donors like the U.S. President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, or PEPFAR, they've announced they will stop funding condom programs by 2026, heightening concerns for the future. So better stock up on those baby socks because the U.S. ain't going to be funding your condoms.
So they only have 3 more years of free condoms from us. Get a condom factory.
It's only going to get worse.
It's only going to get worse, Mark.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, first of all, some other nations need to help donate condoms. I think we've been donating condoms to Zimbabwe for probably 20 years. So somebody else needs to pony up some condoms. They also need to get a condom factory.
I'm not suggesting it,
great.
but it sounds like you could probably gouge them if you set up a condom factory too. There's no
Why is it
competition.
Trojan
You have a
just move
monopoly.
in?
Yeah.
They don't have any money though. That's a problem. So
Well, they have some money. I mean, you can condoms don't cost a
pool
lot.
it all together. You could buy 5 boxes of Trojans.
Listen, and a lot of girls are just saying, fuck it. I'm not stuffing a sock in my vagina. So
And getting pregnant.
Yeah, just come on over.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's tough.
Just putting this out there on Amazon right now, looking at the cost of baby socks. Yeah, no, they're definitely more expensive than condoms. I mean, you're like, obviously
more.
these
But
are
they're not buying
American.
new.
They're reusable.
They're
Pat, remember
they're
that.
reusing
Yeah,
baby stuff.
Pat.
They find it. Yeah.
These are
Sorry.
reusable.
They're
Okay,
reusable.
I'm
Pat.
sorry.
You only
dude.
need 2 total.
You can
They're
go
also
probably
not
5
free.
rounds on one sock.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Easily.
getting
Then you flip it inside out.
these are like donation shipment.
All right. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I think
Pray-
condoms are a tax write-off starting this year too
pray for Zimbabwe.
in the U.S.
The U.S. is just giving ourselves unlimited condoms.
Yeah.
Smart. I mean,
Yeah.
It's all part of the plan, man. Take away their condoms, though.
I think condoms should be tax write-off.
Yeah. No, not him. He
He
doesn't
never
like
uses
condoms. He doesn't like. He
No.
doesn't like condoms.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
He wants kids.
Right.
He might kibosh it.
you know what? When Elon thinks about a condom and before he gets completely enraged, what he should do is go visit our sponsor and pop in a Lucy. Okay. Made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Choose from pouches, breakers, or gum. I'm a pouch guy myself. Mango 12s. No, Mark's a Mango 12. Wes is a Mango 8. And Pat is a Berry Citrus Breakers.
Berry
4,
Citrus Breakers 4.
That's right.
Berry
Exactly.
Citrus Breakers 4.
So there you have it. The best flavors, and there's many more flavors. They have tons to choose from. They taste way better than anything you can get at the gas station. What I do is save myself from the weekly gas station trip, where they're often sold out anyways, potential outages striking all the gas stations across the U.S. And I signed up for a monthly subscription, save 15% off, no commitment, cancel anytime. It's reliable, and you don't have to go get your pouches from the gas station. It's awesome. Saves you time and money.
Yeah, you're saying the
Let's level up.
subscription's a discount before even the discount we're about to give, right? That's
Exactly what I'm saying is when you set up that monthly subscription, it's already the 15% off.
Right.
Now, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hard factor and use promo code hard factor to get 20% off your first order. That's right. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code hard factor to get 20% off and always free shipping. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
if you use the subscription to get that discount and then our code to get the discount, you're thinking like a Zimbabwe whore, reusing the sock.
I can't find any
multi-use.
organization where you can just buy condoms for Africans.
Well,
You gotta set it
that's
up.
the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to set it
Matt,
up.
will you check that website, Condoms for Africans?
Yeah, but I'm getting hit with these GoDaddy bills that are like insane every month. I mean, every
Yeah,
month I'm overdrafting my old business account because of GoDaddy.
Yeah,
bills.
no, it's true. And we're
We
even
snag
like
that one.
Yeah. Pat, how big is the Rolodex at this point? Because
We have like maybe 16 domains.
Can you?
we're
list
gonna
a few of them off?
have
Can
to
you look them
review
up?
the list. We're gonna.
Well, I gotta tell you, I've been paying for them personally, which is fine because I figured we were gonna hit big and then I'd share
We
the
have
funds.
some
But
of- we have
no
some
one's
of
bought
them.
them yet. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
it's expensive. It's like $260 a month or something. I'm paying.
Waiting game.
It's-
Yeah,
it's
well,
too much.
find the list. Let's go over it on the show, and we'll whittle some down.
Yes, we should do a live.
Yeah.
That would be a good show. We should do a live like editing of our
Yeah.
of our domain names. Okay, let's move on to the Jersey corner. Pat, notable for you. You were born in New Jersey.
That's right.
They got drones.
Mm-hmm.
They got football.
Mm-hmm.
They got sandwiches,
Big time.
and they got drones and football.
Gold
I'm missing
chains.
anything?
Don't forget about chains and nails, beaches,
Chains. Yeah,
aggressive drivers.
that's right. That's right. Another fun fact about New Jersey: it's next to New York. It's pretty much the main one, and they happen to house the New York Jets, the football team. The Jets practice in Florham Park and they play in East Rutherford, and the Giants also practice and play in East Rutherford. New Jersey is really football New York, which if I was them, I would consider changing my name to Football New York as opposed to New Jersey.
It's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good, right? Gives
I
you like
like
a
it.
good feeling.
I like it.
Okay. Anyways, the latest news on the Jets out of Jersey. I want to introduce this by asking you a question. If you guys were NFL owners, how would you go about making like personnel decisions on players, on the team? Would you be like hands-on, that you'd be the owner that like makes all the moves yourself? You're firing people left and right, doing the trades you want to do, or would you like trust the scouts, the GM to do their job? How would you handle it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd hire Howie Roseman. Go Birds.
Right.
Go Birds.
Ozzie Newsome, yeah.
I'd hire Adam Peters. What I'd do.
Adam Peters. Yeah.
What I wouldn't do, Will, what I think you're getting at, because it's most guys that own teams are billionaires who obviously have a lot of other shit going on. You get to a certain point, you're like, the most fun thing I could do with my money is own a team. But you still have all that other shit going on. So, like, let
Right.
guys who are football wunderkinds be your GM and make the personnel decisions.
Yeah,
Right,
but
when
you
you got
get,
Jerry Jones or not. Yeah.
but
I
as
don't
a
know, I can't
billionaire,
think like a billionaire.
I imagine you get very frustrated very quickly.
That's right, Wes.
Yeah.
But I think, but then again, what Wes, that is the downfall specifically. Like it's like exactly that is why teams fail,
Right.
because the billionaire is used to being the smartest guy in the room or like making the decisions, and then starts doing that in the football game, starts losing, then gets frustrated, and it's a snake eating its own tail.
No, but I'm saying that a lot of times maybe they're losing and they're like, well, I can do this fucking schlub's job better than he can.
I'll go ahead and say it.
for
If I was
sure,
a billionaire, I'd make every single minute decision, and that's why I'm not a billionaire.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
so you would be the I
That's
get
big
it.
E,
I
Mark.
think
Yeah.
I think I would try to hold myself back, but I wouldn't be able to. Right? I think I would I would meddle way too much in team affairs. And as Pat said, it's a tale as old as time. The owners who do this, their teams fucking suck, right? And the owners who don't, and they stay away and let football people do football stuff, their teams are awesome. And according to a new article from The Athletic, the former Jets GM Joe Douglas told The Athletic that Jets owner Woody Johnson, he once rejected a trade with the Denver Broncos for Jerry Jeudy, who is like one of the best receivers in the league this year, because quote unquote, his Madden rating was too low. So that's what
Yeah, you don't want to have embarrassing Madden ratings on your squad. Yeah.
the owner of the Jets told his GM, no, I'm not going to trade for this dude who became one of the best receivers in the league a couple of years later because his Madden rating was too low. Johnson,
Now he could go after him because I bet next year's Madden rating's gonna be great.
yeah, true. I mean,
He's currently the fifth leading wide receiver in
Correct.
the league.
yeah, Jerry Jeudy, he's great. And if you watch his tape at Alabama, you'd know he's great because I watched him fuck up LSU quite a few times. Johnson also allegedly referenced Madden ratings this offseason before the Jets signed free agent offensive lineman John Simpson, with Johnson showing resistance to signing Simpson due to a quote-unquote poor awareness rating on Madden. So Johnson Woody Johnson pulled up the fucking like Madden roster and looked at this fucking lineman, left guard or whatever, left guard Simpson here, and he scrolls over and he's like, "Oh, awareness C. What the fuck? What the fuck are they bringing me?" And then he's like, "What a psycho!"
This guy, he might be a futurist, right? He might put so much faith in computer simulations, right? He must look at Madden and say, "Oh man, that computer simulation it's better than any decision I could ever make." Right?
Sure,
like that's the way he must look at Madden.
But doesn't he realize he's wrong? Because theoretically, if he went after the best Madden scores and he gets him on his team always finishes like 8 games under 500, and then the next year Madden updates their ratings, and the guys he got that had good ratings now have bad ratings because they played on the Jets. So wouldn't he be like, something's wrong?
Right. It's a great point, Mark. Just simulate the season, see where the Jets land, then change everything.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
I also heard a rumor, that his son or his grandson, who's in college, I don't know, he might be one of those old guys.
Here they are, Mark. Brick and Jack. There they are.
Yeah.
Brick Johnson.
I guess you got it covered, but I heard there's some stuff going on with the son. Yeah.
Which one's
right.
Brick? Which one's Brick?
I don't know. One of them's Brick.
I think they both respond to Brick.
What the fuck, dude?
Brick.
What is
Brick.
I mean, outside of Anchorman, I've never heard of someone called Brick, dude.
Brick Tamlin? Yeah, no, it's Brick. Brick Johnson is one of the Woody's sons. Jack is the other one. Apparently, as Mark was saying, they're huge influences on their dad, and they've been a problem in the draft room before. Mark, what was the one you had heard about?
I just heard that he's like using social media to find out which players are good and like fantasy football, and that he's telling like his dad, who's telling the GM to pick based off of like him sourcing social media.
Yes, exactly. And there was reports that they were like basically meddling. I think they made calls from the draft room, like something the GM and the coach normally do.
Well, do you remember last year Jerry Jones called his grandson, who I think maybe his grandson was on the same team as a player. He wanted to draft potentially. Maybe that's what it was, but it happens, right? Like sometimes if you get older, you source younger minds.
It does happen, but the Jets, Pat, are the worst team in the NFL, and they have been now that Dan Snyder's gone, basically the longest of anybody, I think. And what Woody is saying is that Brick and Jack are really into this whole football thing and are wanting to learn the ropes. So maybe they'll even buy a second team and fuck that team up. So that's great news for everybody except for the Jets who likes football.
Dude, especially when you have like the Mike McDaniel story, right, out of Miami, where like he started interning for the Broncos when he was 14. Like that's a non-football guy who fucking loved football so much that he spent his entire life being dedicated to it. And this dude's like, yeah, my grandkids are kind of into it. I'll give them the reins.
Yeah, it's insane.
This was a huge sports story. And the other huge funny sports story I saw was Cody Bellinger, the Dodgers like third baseman, who's like always an all-star. He's a great player. Got traded to the Yankees, and his current wife used to be married to Giancarlo Stanton of the Yankees. So that's awkward.
That's incredibly awkward. Didn't the English soccer team have something like that going on?
That doesn't ever end up well.
I
mean, could
the
you guys
Brazilian
imagine?
national team did.
Could you imagine being a pro athlete,
annual thing for them?
Yeah.
And meeting a woman, and that woman being like, "Yeah, I just got divorced from another pro athlete," and being like, "Yeah," like I feel like that's red flag numero uno.
Yes.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Okay. All right.
But I mean,
two all-stars.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like that sometimes, like that,
she loves you.
There's like those girls that go for those athletes, and then those athletes may be kind of into that. I don't know.
You better hit 300. You know what I mean? Because
it's like a driver's wives in NASCAR. I could see,
right,
Ricky Bobby jumping back and forth. All right. As far as the New Jersey drones are concerned, on Thursday, the FAA announced that they will be temporarily banning drones over certain cities in Jersey from Christmas to January 17th. And so they said they may use deadly force if the drones are present an imminent security risk. And the cities that drones are now banned in is Jersey City, Bayonne, Elizabeth, Harrison, Kearney, Edison, Bridgewater, Cedar, Grove, Hamilton, North and South Brunswick, Branchburg, Woodbridge, Clifton, West Hampton, Winslow, Gloucester City, and Camden. Is that like the whole state, Pat? I don't know.
It's all northern Jersey, mostly all northern Jersey.
So whatever they're looking for, it's not up
And
there.
Camden, South Jersey. That's like Philly. Yeah.
Those are the places they've eliminated for whatever the hell they're searching for.
It's like 20 towns where the drones are now banned. It's really fucking weird, right? Because they did this on Thursday, December 19th, which is 3 days after they had said, I can't read it because it's too small on my screen, but it's like something like we've assessed, like the DOJ, FBI, FAA, DHS, DOD, they've assessed that there is no like public security risk.
But the FAA came out and they said it
3
was
days
a public
later
security risk. Yeah, I think the FAA said it was a risk. They're just trying to. They don't know what the fuck's going on. So this is all New Jersey can do to like ground all drones, so they can be like, all right, those are the ones that are fucked up.
I'm not buying any of the bullshit, like whatever the right-wing conspiracy theory of like blue, whatever it's called. And I'm not necessarily buying like a nuclear threat, but they're searching for something, I think.
What if it's an
Something's
alien?
going on.
An escaped alien.
Well, that's the blue. That's the
that's
Project
what I'm
Blue
hoping.
something there. They're going
That's
to
what I'm
plant an
hoping.
alien
Escaped
invasion
alien.
type thing to manipulate you.
There's also
Maybe
a
aliens would be
conspiracy theory that they're looking for some sort of nuclear
Radioactive.
like
Right.
weapon.
I'm not necessarily buying it's the nuclear thing. So I think it's been like debunked a little bit, but like it's got to be something along the lines of they're looking for something.
I'll say this: it's weird to say that there's no threat, and then 3 days later be like, "We're banning drones in 20 cities because there's a threat."
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
then
it's mixed messaging.
The
It's-
Warhawks as well also were like, it's an Iranian mothership. It's like, is that
Yeah,
what
that
it
we
is?
would've
been all
You
over
want us-
that.
You want us to go to war with Iran, don't you piece of shit?
Yeah.
that one was stupid. How would there be an Iranian mothership inside New
The
Jersey?
U.S. government would have been all over like an Iranian mothership. It's not that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the latest on the drones. Now they are a threat, according to the FAA.
Okay.
Only, I guess. Yeah. But
All right.
when they said 3 days ago that not okay, strange.
It's sounds like just bad news for the Jets, though. Good Lord. Do you
But
guys?
that's good news for everybody else because as long as
Yeah.
Woody Johnson exists, you don't have to worry about the Jets.
It's true. Do you guys remember who this is?
Yes.
No.
No idea.
Saddest-
Older
saddest
lady.
woman in
Prime
the
Minister
world.
of England, former Prime
You're
Minister.
right. Will's on it. Saddest woman in the world. That's right. That is
Duh.
Giselle Pellicot, who was raped by her husband and 50% of the adult men in her small French town of Avignon or nearby. The trial was in Avignon. I remember we looked up the town at the time when we covered it, and like we found the population was like 550 people, and we did the math of like adult men. And we're like about 30% of the adult men in the town had a turn at her.
Right. This is the horrible story of the husband that was drugging the wife and then inviting dudes just to
For over a decade.
And potentially the daughter. Yeah.
and film it. Who's filming it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now 51 of the men, all of them that were accused and on trial, have been found guilty of rape or sexual assault this week.
That makes sense because that
every
is
single
one
one
of
of
the most brutal instances I've ever heard.
Yeah, her husband would just drug her and then get on the message boards and be like, "She's out, fellas. Come on over."
Jeez.
Yeah, it was one of the most fucked up stories we've ever done on this show.
They were together forever too, right? Like they were they were married
Yeah.
for a long time.
I think so. There might have been a second marriage, but they were together for a while. He did this for over a decade, but they were together before that.
Must have really hated her.
Yeah, that's what I was kept thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I think
How
he
are
hates
like
all
little
women, 'cause
fights?
He did it to his daughter too. So I mean, he did. I don't. Who knows how far he went, but he
He's just
did
a
enough.
despicable human, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good. Live comment from Carl goes, "Oh God, that took a turn." And also, we can't miss the live comment from C stands for chaos saying Pat doesn't French.
Okay, well,
You got it, French
I
man.
fucking do, bro. So
You have to fight-
I do.
I fucking French, bro. So,
French, French you.
why don't you come over and find out my French?
Well, we're talking about a fucked up French story. So, anyways, she's 72, and she said her faith has been restored because of the ruling and stuff like that. And her now ex-husband got the maximum of 20 years. That was the maximum. But most of the guys got between 3 and 13 years, and some totaling over 400 years. But some of her children are not real happy that they didn't get the maximum. Yeah, pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane, dude. It's the most insane story ever.
He admitted to everything at the trial, and apparently, the vast majority of the guys didn't show any remorse, including through the sentencing. They were just sad that the gravy train was over.
I feel like if you got 50, I don't know what kind of evidence they were working with, but if you got 51 guys, if you're the guy that's just being there, like, I swear it wasn't me, like just the one guy that's pleading, I feel like maybe you could have gotten off.
Two guys got no jail time, Wes, because of that.
Okay, good.
That's how they found him.
I mean, not
She
good,
found-
but
I think
that's
she found the videotape.
Yeah, okay, good for
That would
them.
have been my
Good.
plan.
Yeah, good. My plan was right. Good. Yeah.
All you idiots aren't going to show him remorse? Okay.
Yeah, two guys got suspended sentences, and a lot of guys got like not much time.
I mean, that truly is the scariest part of that story. Is outside of like the single horrible psychopath that is the husband, that there are that many dudes that are like, yeah, sup, I'm in.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's for that you got to burn the town down.
I don't think they were all from the town because he went on an online message board for creeps like the dark web and posted it. So some of them were from the town,
in the region.
Some of them
They
traveled.
still
Yeah, they were in the
drive
region.
over.
They were in the region.
I mean, if you watch To Catch a Predator, sometimes those guys are traveling like the tri-state area.
Right.
travel.
Give them a 100 miles or so radius, And last lady I got is this lady. Her name's Virgie Tovar. And Virgie just landed her dream job because the San Francisco Department of Health hired her as the anti-weight-based discrimination weight czar in the state.
Okay.
What do you think that means?
So she tells people they have to be nicer to fat people.
Yes, pretty much.
Why is that a job?
Here she is. She's the author of "You Have the Right to Remain Fat," and also erotic novels, like something Double D about her getting.
This doesn't
railed out,
help.
A biography. Yeah.
You shouldn't make fun of fat kids, right? Because we have an obesity problem. There's no doubt about that. But when you're fat, it's because you're not doing something right. And I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
You don't need to get
Being
thin.
encouraged to never try to get healthier is like not great.
So
don't get
here's her
thin,
whole
but-
thing, guys. It's body positivity. She says we shouldn't be fat shaming people for being fat. It should be whether you're healthy or not, which she clearly is.
She's healthy, yeah.
Look at that arm, bro.
It's health.
No, it's not. I guarantee she's not that healthy.
The autobiography, the erotic autobiography, is entitled or Destination Double D. I don't know what that means.
It's erotic.
Taco.
Hell,
Dunkin' Donuts. That's what the Double D says.
run for the border.
Yeah. She also recently wrote an article for Forbes titled "How to Host a Size-Inclusive Thanksgiving." And I didn't read it, but I assume she mentions having enough food available. Probably.
Right. It just as long as
It's a
food
short
runs
article.
out, it's gonna be a riot.
I mean, we're fat. We get it, but this is the stupidest job I've ever heard. They haven't really detailed what she's going to do, but she says it's a dream job, so good for her.
Okay.
Good for her.
Okay.
Why does San Francisco got to keep doing that kind of stuff? Just come on.
Yeah.
Just come on.
Well, I'll tell you what is definitely in San Francisco. If you've ever been there, there's a large Chinese population.
True.
There's certainly a fucking Chinese police station in San Francisco because there certainly was one in New York City for like a long ass time. There was a Chinese police station occupying the entire floor of an office building above a ramen shop in Chinatown. And this guy, Chen Jinping, who's 60 years old.
Just where we thought it would be.
Right, exactly. This guy, Chen Jinping, who's 60 years old, pled guilty on Wednesday to conspiring to act as an agent of the government of the PRC, the People's Republic of China, in connection with his opening and operating an overseas police station for the People's Republic of China Ministry of Public Security, or the MPS. That's essentially their police force, or their like SS Stasi force, their spy force. And him and his buddy were just running this outpost of the police station. There was literally, I guess they found on the wall a banner that said "Police Outpost," Chinese Police Outpost.
They just had it advertised like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they claimed that it wasn't.
Smart.
They were like, "Look, guys, this is just a place where we help people with like passport issues and stuff." But that's not what they did.
We're the
at all.
passport police.
Well,
Yeah, that's not what they did at
policing.
all.
They sound like they might be like kind of like the mob for
What
Chinese
did they
business.
do, Pat?
They keep you in line. They keep you in line. So when you go, a lot of times for Chinese nationals, like when they're living overseas, they want you to spy or do something that benefits the communist government. So these cops like make sure that you're not fucking up your assignment.
Exactly. So also specifically, if you're doing anything that you shouldn't be doing in New York that you wouldn't be doing in China, like disparaging the state, then essentially what the state would do if you were in China, they can also do to you in New York City.
That's what I was thinking.
They're a bunch
That's
of
what I was
narcs.
thinking. Are they like trying to like use
Oh, yeah,
Chinese
narcs.
judicial laws to imprison people living in America? That
Yes,
doesn't-
they would absolutely do that.
Through harassment.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was like, they weren't like fucking with Americans. They are naturalized citizens, but they would go and find Chinese nationals who were living in
Right.
Their
America.
job, right, to keep the Chinese in line. Like China has
Right.
this whole operation. Like I think they have it all over the globe. So
Yeah, they said there's a ton of them in the United States.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Like they helped the Chinese government locate a pro-democracy activist in America who's living in
they just
California.
Black bag them and ship them back to China.
Yeah, I guess there was a family who was
right in the
living in
duffel, Wes. Yep.
there was a family who was living in New Jersey who was speaking out against the Communist Party. And they were stalking that dude, and they were trying to coerce him to go back to China. Like, you got to go back. You really got to go back. So they could probably black bag him and kill him.
Looks like you have a court date tomorrow in China. You got to get on the plane.
Dude, they have all kinds of international operations. There's theories about drones around our military sites being like launched out of like Chinese farmland that they bought right outside. There's just I mean they've got a sprawling international like information network. You know, their hacking is really advanced.
They do. When I went to, if you go to French Polynesia, they own it, even though the French kind of technically
And Africa, they basically
Yeah,
bought all of Africa.
They buy all the businesses and all the marketplaces, and they are the people making the money in all these places around the world. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, they say that
It's
they're
like well
so
known.
into
All the
our-
locals are like, oh yeah, we're China owns the fuck out of us. Yeah,
right. They say that they're so into our telecom system that if anything that's not encrypted, they see because they're that deep into it.
Oh, yeah. On that note, every single politician's phone calls were monitored for the last year, at least, through a major breach of the telecom systems because they're outdated. So all that shit's been reported. And you better believe they're going to be blackmailing those fuckers. That's what they're going to be doing. The exact reason that Jinping gave for his indiscretions was, quote, counteract and malign the activities of foreign governments that violate our nation's sovereignty by targeting local diaspora communities in the United States. So yeah, just doing the same shit, spying on you, fucking with you, intimidating you if you're a Chinese national. Apparently there was a lady in Kathy Hochul, who's the governor of New York's administration and aide, who was also a Chinese spy. But dude, the brazenness of having a police station is fucking nuts. It was the banner read exactly. It was Fuzhou Police Overseas Station, New York, USA.
Xi's army. Yeah, it's awesome.
There you have it. That's the show. That's the weekend. Couple things. We are going to have a show on Sunday night, Monday, right? So the show will come out Monday morning.
a new show Monday, and then that's it for the new news next week. But we'll have.
Yep. Patreon members will get a show or two, and there'll be a show on Friday. But it's not
couple
going to be.
releases. But
news.
the boys are doing Christmas.
Boys are doing Christmas because
and there will be more back to normal after Christmas week.
Yeah, I think we're going full. Maybe New Year's Day might not have.
We might give ourselves off New Year's Day.
Yeah, but at least 4 out of 5 the next week, and then we're back to
That's
normal.
right. Yeah, so it's the holiday season. Remember, there's a lot of people that don't have as much as you do. So think about that when gift giving. How can you do something for someone that really needs something versus
Condoms.
someone that needs an electronic like condoms in Zimbabwe?
Right.
Get out there.
Or your mail carriers, because we didn't talk about the Amazon strike.
Tip your mail carriers. Have a great fucking weekend.